All right. Shalom, Yisrael. Um, like I said, so this is going to be a quick video dealing with wealth, money. So I got some silver out, some of our silver out that my wife and I own, and I'm going to show you the difference between fiat currency and what's really coming. So remember, this channel is not for New Testament Israelites. It's not for Muslims. It's not for anybody that's not following Yah. Okay. So I don't want nobody coming on the video telling me, oh, but the New Testament says and the Bible says that silver shall fail and you're going to look. We're not dealing with all of that. Okay. So now, silver, gold is not evil. Okay. Don't have people thinking that this stuff is evil or that it doesn't make sense to own it. All right, so now, today, hopefully, by the time I get through explaining these things to you, you guys have a better understanding of why you need to invest in silver or gold, how to actually do it, because a lot of people just don't know how to do it, right? And they don't want to get beat, and rightfully so. But there's a couple of ways, a couple of things you can do to make sure, and you just follow along with the video. Have any questions, ask in the comment, and I'll help you guys along because you need to jump. What I'm saying right now is really kind of late, but you need to jump on as much as possible. If you got a few grand, $10, $11, $12,000, and you can afford it, buy as much silver as you can, possibly, right? So I got a good bit of silver here that we own, sitting up here. We got more. We're always buying more, the whole nine. My camera person today is my wife, Katrina. Say hey, Katrina.
Hello.
All right. So with that being the case, I'm in my art studio at my home, so it's kind of junky. But I was talking to my wife not too long ago, and I think this is something that you guys need to know about. All right. So with that being the case, what we call dollars today is really fiat, and you can just use the word fake for it. Fake currency. Okay. And fiat fake, it is what it is. It's not backed by any precious metals. It's not backed by silver or gold. And this is why the government is able to just print. In the last 2 months, including this last stimulus, they've printed at least $6 trillion. Now you might sit there and say, I don't care. What they got to do with, okay, this is what it has to do with you. Every time the government prints this excess money, the value of your dollar goes down. So what that means is you may not pay attention to it, but let's say, for instance, my wife and I was doing some shopping, and we were going into we was looking at some ground beef. It was some 90% lean, 10% fat ground beef, right? And just 4 days ago, how much was that ground beef, Trina?
$24.99.
$24.99, right? And right now, we went back like 3 or 4 days later. How much is that ground beef?
$39.88.
$39.88. From $24 to $39, a $15 markup of meat. Not extra meat, just for the same amount of meat. So that's what this money they're pumping out. So if you see it for what it really is, by them pumping all this extra money in there, they're thinking, first off, the $1,200 they're giving you, that's not even enough to pay your rent. If you live somewhere decent and nice, it's not enough to pay your rent. Then you still got bills and all of this other stuff, right? So they're going to crash the dollar, right? So you want to have something in your possession. You do not want silver certificates or gold certificates. And what I'm telling you right now can apply to gold, but I'm specifically dealing with silver. I buy a lot of silver. As you can see, we buy a lot of silver simply for the simple fact that I believe it would be easier to barter with this silver. Because right now, so I'm going to go over here. As you can see, at the top right here, this is how you're going to understand. You can go to any, you just type in silver prices, right? And it'll tell you. So your live spot price. So this is exactly what it's selling for right now. This is what your silver is worth. So one of these silver 1 ounce, troy ounce rounds. Now remember, you can buy silver in grams. I don't buy silver in grams. You can buy it in silver shot, little shavings. I don't buy none of that. I don't really even deal with sterling silver. I deal with physical bullion. This is called bullion, right? Just physical 1 ounce bullion. Or I'll use like this is a bar, silver bar, right? And it's from the Royal Canadian Mint, and it's 10 ounces, 0.9999 fine silver, pure. Okay. And when you look at it, it'll tell you silver bullion round. And it'll say 1 troy ounce, because that's what it's called. Silver is in troy ounces. It's called a troy ounce. And then you'll see 0.999 fine silver. So this is 1 ounce. So when you come over here and take a look at this, gold right now is trading or selling at $1,748.59. It's down $4.34. Okay. Silver is going right now for $17.33, and it's up 53 cents. So this one coin is worth $17.33. Okay. So each one of these coins, these, all these back here, they're all worth $17.33 a piece. These are worth $170 because this is 10 ounces as opposed to 1. So each one of these bars is 10 ounces. Okay. Now, the reason I'm saying this and I'm showing you this is because this 1 10-ounce bar, so that's the actual price of it. So what's going to happen is this. You look at silver, $17.33, 53 cents up. Platinum is at $822.03. It's up $14.93. And then palladium is $2,085.25, and it's up $120.60. Okay. So basically, like if I bought this silver when it was $11, then this silver right now I've already made $6 in profit off of it. So I've made $6 off of it. But now you might sit there and say, well, when you go to the store to buy silver, gold, anything, you're gonna pay what's called a premium. So nobody's just gonna give you silver and gold for the price it's actually trading. Oh, it's worth right now, right? And they're trying to suppress precious metals, but they can't do it because they keep throwing all this dollars into it. So now you're seeing silver and all these other things rally. Look at that, 53 cents, $14.93. And this 53 cents, when not even, this just actually went up within the last 6 minutes. Because I was just looking at it with my wife when she came in to my office, and I was just looking at it, and then all of a sudden, boom, it shot up 53 cents within the last, had to be like, what, last 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then you got the same thing here. So this is the spot price. That means that's how much it's actually selling, how much it's worth. Now, when you go into a silver store, a shop, or you buy silver online from SD Bullion or JM Bullion, whatever, right? These silver places. When you buy this silver, it's gonna cost you more than $17.33. It'll probably cost you $20.33. So you might say, well, man, why would I pay $20.33 for something worth $17.33? Because, again, over here, this isn't worth anything. This is a $20 bill, Federal Reserve note at the top. This is $1 Federal Reserve note, a Federal Reserve note 10, Federal Reserve note 100, a $2 bill. This is a silver certificate. If you look back in the day, you could take this silver certificate and it says $1 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. We've been off the gold standard since the 70s. So none of this stuff is worth anything anymore. So that's why it costs you more and more. If you talk to your mom, if your mom is in her 60s or something like that, she'd say her allowance was $0.25 and she could buy a soda, candy bar, and still have money left over. If you are in your late 30s, early 40s, etc., you remember penny candy. When candy would cost 1 cent. You can't buy penny candy now because candy costs more than that, right? So you can't afford to buy penny candy now because everything is going up in price. Whether it's, and this is the shock before it. So look at these 50-cent pieces, and you'll be able to tell. One way you can easily tell is that if you look very closely here, you can see the silver and the zinc, that brown inside of that coin. When you look at pure silver, it doesn't have that brown. It's just silver. So that's how you know. So now also, I'm going to show you a couple other things as well. This is what we call constitutional or junk silver. Okay? Now, silver is better than, some silver is better than none. We call this junk silver, but don't think that this is junk. It's not. It's just called junk silver. This is 90% silver. I can't remember if it's 10% something else, but it's 90% silver. So when you look at this, if I pull a 50-cent piece out of here, you'll notice it doesn't have that brown color to it like this has. You can see both of them. It doesn't have that because this is actually right now probably worth $1.75, even though it's a 50-cent piece. It's $1.75. So this is probably about $200 worth of junk silver. Now keep in mind, you look at this like, okay, it's 50-cent pieces, dollars. But again, you're paying for the precious metal. So if you can get some of this, get you some of this. If you can get this, I buy a lot of this in ounces, and the reason I buy it in ounces is because if the dollar crashed today and I had to barter, if I had to buy something, if my family needed something and I had to buy something from someone, this is right now worth $17.33. If the dollar crashed, it would shoot up 6, 7, 8, 10 times that. So I could take one of these and go grocery shopping, right? I could give this to one person. I could make sure that, hey, 2 of these we can eat. And that's what, because they're not. Now, I wouldn't take these silver bars, because that's 10-ounce bars. So these are 10-ounce silver bars. I wouldn't take those and give them, try to go and trade with them. Now, imagine how inconspicuous this is. Whereas these 2 coins, I could go and barter with somebody or buy something from someone if they're willing to sell it. And even if the dollar crashes, if I hold on to this afterwards, it's going to be worth a lot more. So, as you can see, that spot price is the actual price that you see here that it's actually worth at the moment. And again, the market's been manipulated. I don't want you to be afraid of that. Remember, choose none of the ways of the heathen. This isn't the heathen. This is silver. This is what Yah told us money was. This is real physical money. This is physical money. As you see here, it says fine silver 0.999, 1 troy ounce. And it's from the Asahi refining. As you can see, that's money. This is money. That's garbage. Okay? Now I'm gonna keep my garbage, but it's only based upon the value people believe. This is a precious metal. Nothing's precious about that. All right. So as you can see here, you'll start looking like 1 kilo silver bar. They're selling them as low as $669.38 because they're putting the premium into it as well. So you can buy grams, but I wouldn't really want to buy no grams. Okay. That's a 50-ounce silver town pour bar, $1,026. So as much money as you can. As you can see, 2.5 grams, and it's $3.50. But notice it's out of stock. Notice the 5-gram Geiger square, small amounts of silver, $6.02 out of stock for 5 grams. Because people are taking the money, the wealthy. I was talking to a guy came in about $20,000 worth of silver, just like boom. Because the wealthy are trying to take their money and put their money into precious metals, something that's going to hold its actual value and gain value. Okay? You don't want to be dealing with a lot of this. So you might sit there and say, well, Hezekiah, this is $20, and I want to buy one of these, which is $17.33, and it's going to cost me $20.25. That doesn't seem like a fair trade, but you got to remember, this isn't worth anything, and when it crashes, you lose it. So if you might have a little bit of money, so people might say, okay, well, do I take all the money I have? And of course, you don't do that because you're not going to be paying your bills with this. That's not the point of it. It's to protect your wealth, not to say I'm going to pay bills. So let's say you got $20,000 in the bank. You might, and I don't know everybody predict, you might say I got $20,000 in savings or $40,000 in savings. You might take and buy $30,000 worth of silver, and then you might leave the 10 in there to operate, pay bills, and things like that, right? Because this is what you're trying to actually do. If you got $10,000, you might spend 7 and use the 3, and if you're still working and stuff like that, and then pay your bills and stuff like that as well with it. But you want to have the majority of your wealth in a precious metal. Now, this is 1 ounce. So if this was a gold coin, this would be $1,748.59. So a lot of people tend to get with silver. You can get more of it. The investment getting into it is a lot easier on the eyes than sitting here trying to jump into all this other, into gold, palladium, and platinum. Because as you can see here, it's trading a lot higher, $1,748.59. So if you got $7,000, you probably could get 5 bars or 4.5 ounces of gold, which would equate to like that. Okay. would equate to that. And a lot of people don't want to take that, so they want to see that, but it's still worth the same amount. But like I said again with the silver, so you got the 10-ounce bars, things like that. I don't really buy grams. I don't buy all the other stuff. I usually stick to 1 ounce, 1 troy ounce. As long as you pick this coin up and on it says 1 troy ounce and it says 0.999 silver, then you're good. Nobody's gonna get over on you. You're good. This coin is worth $17.33 right now. I'm gonna refresh it. Who knows? It may even go up. Let's see. $17.34. So it just went up another penny. Literally, it just went up another penny. Okay. So, and that's some of the things that people need to start paying attention to. So yes, you would take this $100 bill and you would say, okay, I want to get some silver. And if it's trading for $17, you can easily go in there, and if it's at $20 a piece, get you 5 of these. You can get you 5 of these, and 5 of these. They would give you 5 of these for this. Now again, I don't know everybody's position, but again, you want to try to get in. And remember, some silver is better than no silver. Don't be like, well, I don't have that kind of money. I don't know what I'm going to do. Etc. This is not to cause anybody to panic or freak out. Because like I said, you're watching it live go up in price. Now remember, we were just looking at gold. It was at $1,748. Now it's $1,750. So now it's only down $2.93. So you're seeing it change live right before you. So people don't pay attention. Now, about a week and a half ago, silver was like $15 an ounce, something like that. And like I said, a week and a half later, it's $17.34. Now, when you put your money into the bank, into a bank, it's not worth anything. They're not even giving you any money on the interest. You're not getting anything. They're just going to rob us. That's all they're doing. So keep, like I said, if you have to, keep a little in there to handle business and things like that. But you want to get in and try to get you about 100 ounces, right? Get you about 100 ounces of silver, okay? About 100 ounces. Yeah, you are paying a little bit more over premium. You are paying more, like, this is 60 ounces right here. These bars are 60 ounces, okay? So that's 60 ounces. So 60 times 17.34, you just do the math, and that's pretty much how much this is worth. And then, like I say, if the dollar crashes, this is going to jump up to, let's say, some analysts are talking about $600 an ounce. I'm not trying to tell you that because I'm not an analyst. But again, I do know that when they do crash that dollar, this is going to go up in price because this is real money. This is actual, literal, physical, real money. This can be melted down into whatever. So I could take this with the buffalo and the native on it, and we could melt this down and do the same thing and make something else. You know, when we paid our temple tax in the land back in the day, we used silver. We used a shekel of silver, right? So again, we didn't use these. This is worth something. This is silver. This is a precious metal. This is what y'all knows as wealth. So while everybody's running around chasing dollars, they're not realizing that they're going to lose those dollars. Okay? So like these dollar coins and stuff, yeah, they look neat and stuff, but it's just a fiat currency. It's not backed by, it's not a precious metal. It's not a precious metal at all. Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you found 100 of these outside, right? And I would take that 100 of these and just easily transfer it to this. And like I said, this is silver. You can easily buy things with it. And you can also go back and resell it if you need to. If times get hard and you go back to a shop. So like a prime example, let's say you bought this today at $17.34, and with the premium, it went to $20.30, 34 cents. Well, you could always go back and resell this to a shop or a dealer, etc. I would suggest you try to hold on to it, but you could always go back and resell it. And now let's say, for instance, 2 weeks from now, it's $30. Well, if you bought it for $20, you just made a profit of $9. You go back and sell it, you got $9 extra in your pocket. Even if they manipulate, let me give you an example. If they manipulated this, and that's why you buy as much as you can afford to buy. Even if they manipulated this and said, you know what, it's $17. We woke up in the morning, it's worth 8 cents. You think I'm going to sell it? No, I'm going to hold on to it because it's real precious metal, silver, and it's going to go back up in price because it's real. It's worth something. It really is worth something. It take people. to actually physically mine to get this. When they're looking for copper and stuff like this is a byproduct. They find the silver. So this is just some of the things you guys need to start paying attention to. Try to protect as much as you can. You got to make contingency plans for yourself. JC isn't coming to save you. You're going to have to make contingency plans for yourself. You're going to have to literally sit down and figure out what you're going to do to protect your loved ones. What are you going to do? How are they going to eat? You know, how are they going to do anything, basically? Okay? Now, again, this is that junk silver. You'll see this called constitutional silver. It's only 90% silver. So it's not 0.999 or 0.9999 pure silver. But it's 90% silver. And right now, I think it's trading like 15% over whatever its face value is. So that's what is this? This is a $0.50, 50-cent piece. This 50-cent piece is worth 15 times. It's selling for 15 times more than that. Okay? And the reason I don't really buy a lot of constitutional silver, I'm pretty good at math. But remember, silver is basically based on ounces. So all of this is based on ounces. The gold, silver, platinum, palladium. So when you start looking at this, now you have to do math, a lot more math to say, okay, well, how much is an ounce? It may be, you get a scale, I guess, but you might say, okay, well, these three is worth one of these. But when you just do with the ounces, the round bullion or the bars or whatever, and you can buy the bars in 1 ounce, 5 ounce, or 10 ounce. But when you start buying this stuff here, and you have 1 ounce, you already know this is $17.34. That's what it is. Okay? I'm going to try it one more time and refresh it one more time. And I'm going to see if it actually went up or whatever. Okay, there it is again. It just went up another penny. So it's $17.35. This stuff is literally jumping up right before our eyes. You better get in as quickly as you can, because they've shut down, at least from what I'm told, 3 or 4 silver mints have been shut down. What that means is people are not really out there digging for it anymore. So then everybody that's holding on to it, you see the price going up on it. We just watched this price change 3 times. One time you guys didn't see it. My wife and I saw it. And then we just saw it twice, where I just refreshed my computer, and twice it went up in price. Literally all in the span of this video, I've made money. Which is, like I said, a lot of people don't understand. And this, my constitutional silver, my junk silver, it's the same. So remember, if you have any questions, you can ask questions in the comments. But remember, 3 things. Well, I'm going to give you 4 things you want to remember. When you Google, you're looking at spot price. And the spot price says it's right now worth $17.35 an ounce. Remember, this is all in ounces, especially dealing with gold and silver. I don't own any platinum or palladium. But this gold and silver is always in ounces. And when you look at your money, it tells you it's 1 ounce troy, or 1 troy ounce. You hear people say that. So being 1 ounce, this is worth $17.35. One of these. So if I take 10, that's $170. If I take 20, just do the math. Right? So, you really want to pay attention to where your wealth is going and what you're really doing with your wealth and how you're going to affect your family's livelihood. Because I'm telling you, they're giving you all this money. They're not giving this money because they care about you. They're crashing the system as we speak by giving all this money. They're crashing it. And every time somebody gives, they pump this money, this becomes worth less and less. It just becomes worth less and less. So you got to get out of that and start getting into this. And then have enough on the side to operate, pay your bills and things like that with. If that's what you have. If you have a mortgage, boom, pay your mortgage. If you have rent, pay your rent. Bills, utilities. You want to use that debt note to pay those debts. And you want to have this to protect your investment. So if you got $40,000 and $30,000 of precious metals, and then $10,000 in the market crash, you lost $10,000, but you got $30,000, and that's going to jump in price. So you've already protect your wealth, and you made extra money. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you're trying to do. You're placing your bet, and it's not really a bet, that this is precious, which it is, and it is real physical money. So with that being the case, Yisrael, if you have any questions in the comment, please just ask any questions. But like I said, those 4 things, remember, you're dealing with ounces. I don't really deal with grams, but you can deal with ounces. Spot price is basically how much it's worth. Premium is how much people are going to sell it to you for. So it's called a premium. They're going to charge you a little bit extra money, $3, $4 over spot price. But don't be afraid of that. It's better to lose you buy $2,000. It's better to lose $300 than to lose $2,000. And then, because once that dollar crashes, you're gonna gain that back and then some, because it's gonna go up in price. As you see, it's going up. Okay, so that's 55 cents up. I'm gonna try it one more time. We might get a little. Let's see. Okay. So we're still well. It just actually went down a penny. Wasn't it 55?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So those is giving you examples of what we're actually doing here. So like I said, you just gotta be wise with your wealth, Yisrael. Don't work for people for nothing, and this is nothing. And that's why our people have been destroyed, because like Hosea says, people destroy for lack of knowledge. We're going in, we're trying to work with people, we're trying to do all these different things, chasing this. And then our people, without the knowledge, haven't been educated from our parents, etc., grandparents, etc., to this real physical wealth, what's really worth something. So if you have any questions, Yisrael, Shalom Aleichem.